So you've probably all seen those videos out there on YouTube demonstrating one-handed manipulation techniques of your weapon. Now, why would you need to do that? Well, everyone knows or has considered perhaps the potential of me taking a round to one of my limbs requiring the need to shoot and manipulate with one hand only. That's a very plausible case. I mean, as I'm shooting at this target, it's entirely plausible I might take a round down one of my arms, traveling up the arm, doing a lot of nerve damage along the way, breaking bones, and suddenly I've only got one hand to fight with. In a moment, I'm going to demonstrate how to reload one-handed, at least using one technique. But then I'm going to demonstrate also what are some of the other potentials or possibilities where I might have reason to only shoot or manipulate my gun with one hand. So let's demonstrate first one technique while standing for reloading a gun one-handed, and then we'll get into those other scenarios here in a second.
Threat!
Okay, so in that scenario, I presented the target with both arms extended, and after firing a couple rounds, I simulated as though I just took a round to the arm, requiring that I continue through the drill using this, my strong hand only. We got to where the gun locked back, I performed the reload, got back into battery. That time I used a technique where I basically just tried to use pressure on the leg to rack the slide. I failed the first time, so one of the reasons why it's probably not the most efficient, but it is something that you can do in a pinch. In this next scenario, like I described, Jacob is going to simulate either a panicking citizen, a child, somebody that I'm going to have to protect with my support hand. And realize this could happen too, where you came up on my other side. I might need to switch hands and go here, but for today, for simplicity, we're going to demonstrate on my support side. I'm going to put out an arm to protect him and guide him to behind cover as we continue engaging the threat. Now here's the thing I want you to consider. I demonstrated another video about kneeling and pinching the gun between the thigh and the calf, so it's basically pointing sideways so I could perform my reload one-handed. It's probably not wise that I do that when I have someone next to me behind this cover. And that's the situation we're going to have here, so I'm going to have to find a different technique to maintain the safety of my concerned individual, as well as doing what I need to do to get back into the fight. So we'll go ahead and run this drill and simulation right now.
Threat!
So as you could see in that drill just a moment ago, it wasn't a situation where I had a wounded arm, but it was a situation where I needed to prevent somebody from going into harm's way. Oftentimes I would think of my little children. I got 4 kids I got to be concerned with. But it's also true that we can't possibly think of or imagine all the possible scenarios that might happen that might require me to only use one hand with the weapon and require one-handed reloads and one-handed malfunction clearing. So there's a quick little video for you today. I hope that's helpful to see some of the techniques about how to do one-handed manipulation, as well as why we might need to do that. And it is an important skill that I would encourage you to have in your repertoire of skills, because it may very well save your life one day. Hey, I'm Riley.
And I'm Jacob.
With ConcealedCarry.com. If you enjoyed this video today, I hope you take just a moment and hit that subscribe button just below there. I think you'll enjoy all of the other content we have coming to you.
It won't hurt anything, I promise. Just hit that red button that says subscribe, and that way you'll get more training videos like this one.
Yep.